Well, yeah, what we're looking for really is, so because the way we want to play is we want to play, a possession-based game, but to penetrate, to go vertical, to always be attacking. So it's not just, parking the bus and just counter-attacking. It's really being able to control the flow of the game, control the tempo. So we're looking for players that, can hold the ball, have the technical ability to be able to play with the ball in tight spaces, be able to withstand pressure and get out of pressure, be able to transition from defense to attack really quickly. And we're looking for fast, speedy players. Obviously, it's a results-based business, right? And the fans want results. But overall, you want to be able to also get the Philippines to be able to finally play a style of football that we can all be proud of, and not just sitting back, parking the bus, counter-attacking, maybe some Hail Marys here and there, you know what I mean? We want to be able to take the game to teams, especially that teams that we can challenge. Obviously, when you're playing against the likes of, both on the men's and women's sides, the teams that are technically better, the Spains of the world, USA's, Japan's, Korea's, and whatnot, obviously you're not going to see the ball a lot. So you're still going to have to, play a little bit more defensive against teams like those. But once we get the ball, we play football. We don't just punt the ball up and then hope to God that, Sarina Bolden, Bjorn Christensen, whoever's up there up front is going to, Nick Marcanic, whatever, Patrick Reichelt, is just going to make, chamba or whatever, diba? So, we want to be able to really play football. And I think you saw that in pockets already in the men's in the last few games against Vietnam, against Indonesia, where, once they got the ball and they got confident with it, we were playing, and then we had attempts, actual proper attempts based on that, right? So essentially that's what we're trying to do with both teams. Of course, everybody's disappointed to lose. I, more than anybody, don't like losing. Throughout my whole life, I don't like to lose. I'm a very competitive person. You can ask anybody that knows me, including my family, even in a game of Uno or something like that, it gets really competitive, right? So for me, losing any game, it's heartbreaking. It sucks. I hate it. But a lot of the players don't like it either. The players don't want to lose. The players don't come into matches thinking, "Oh, we're just gonna play and lose," right? I mean, it's really heartbreaking for us, especially like the game in Basra where we could have gotten a result, a draw. The game against Iraq here where we just didn't play defensively. We didn't play well, and so we lost. But the game against Vietnam, where we should have won that game, that was really a heartbreaking one for everybody, because that was really our game. But you have to remember, especially with the men's team, it's a complete revamp almost of the team, right? So we had 5 debutants during the Vietnam-Indonesia games, and those guys had only trained with each other for 2 days. So give these guys a little bit more time in the next, month. Obviously, we want to win the Mitsubishi Cup. We want to get at least to the finals. We've been to the semis before, so anything less than that's going to be disappointing. But we need time for these guys to settle in and get together. The women's a little bit different. They're more familiar with each other, so that one, obviously, everybody wants results. So there's a certain expectation now with the women's. So of course, that one, we're going in wanting to win every game, dominating opponents, etc. So I understand the need for results, but some of these things, like especially the men's, where it's a complete rebuild, will take a little bit of time. But trust me, it will be worth it in the end. Women's League is supposed to be starting soon. the Filipinas have a tournament in Turkey in October, and so that's why we're doing this, is to see if any of these local-based girls will be able to fit into the overall plans of the Filipinas. So, and we're going to be doing this all the time for the local-based players. 3-4 times a year. I'm gonna come doing week-long camps, having a game like this where they play against each other, so the coaching staff can see who's ready, who's capable of already taking that step up. Obviously, you have girls here like Hailey, Ina, who've been in the team before, so they have the experience. Yes, we're still looking at them, but they're pretty much staples of the team already. So it's more the young, newer ones that we're trying to see. We have a really young player today. We call her Messi. So you'll see her today. She's the youngest, right? Yes, she's the youngest we have here now. So it will be interesting to see in this environment, kind of against each other, how they react. Over the last 6 months, it's been been a great experience for us so far. A little bit disappointing with the the men's results, but overall we're seeing the positives, and the core group in the men's is like at a really good place right now. The team is very together. We're going to have more players coming in as the windows keep coming, all the way leading up to the Mitsubishi Cup. For the women's, it was a little bit disappointing to miss out on the Olympics. We missed out on goal difference, but we're doing this local camp to see the local-based players. We're excited about the new players coming in the women's as well. There are a couple that were already processing their papers. We have the Merdeka Cup in September for the men's, King's Cup for the men's in October, the tournament in Turkey for the women's, and then November we'll have at least 6 to 7 home matches here for fans to see both teams, men's and women's. So that would be really great for everybody. I think it will be the first time the Philippines has ever done that, where the men's and women's teams are here together and they're going to be playing matches one after the other. So it's going to be a really jam-packed last half of the year. And then next year, we look forward to men's and women's Asian Cup qualifying, and then Southeast Asian Games. That's also what we're gunning for. So, there's a lot that we're preparing for the next, all the way till 2027. Get the women's to qualify again for the World Cup, and then we go from there. Ultimate goal is both teams. 2030 for the men's, 2027 for the women's. Yeah. Is this good spot ba? Okay. From that, no. No, we're moving forward as if nothing ever happened. The coaching staff is still here. We wanted to do this local base player camp because there was a window where the coaches would be able to wanted to see the local base players, so to assess them and to see where they stand, where they fit in the overall women's program. We don't have anything coming up in September, but we have a tournament in October in Antalya, Turkey, with the likes of Haiti, Jordan, and Mali. So that should be a good start for the overall women's team. You'll only see maybe a few of the foreign-based players here now because they were the only ones available. The others are like Serena and Katrina, and them are preparing for preseason in their respective clubs. But no, overall, it's business as usual. We're happy to start it up right now this August, and yeah, we're just gonna keep going on from there.